Good morning. We're going to get started in just a couple minutes. Please make your way all the way down to the briefing area and find a seat. If you got engine crews out in the parking lot that can't make it to briefing, they can scan the QR code on the cover and watch it live. Good morning, everybody. It's 7 o'clock. We're going to get started. This is the operational briefing for the TCU September Lightning Complex. Operational briefing September 6th through the 7th, 0700 to 0700. My name is Josh Anderson, Plan Section Chief for CAL FIRE Incident Management Team 6. Couple ground rules: please silence your cell phones, mute your radios, take all sidebar conversations outside the briefing area. If you got engine companies out in the parking lot, they can scan the QR code and watch this briefing live. First, we're going to cover our incident objectives. Management objectives: provide for emergency personnel and public safety at all times. Protect property, improvements, and infrastructure. Ensure costs are aligned with mission priorities. Ensure coordinated, timely, and accurate release of public information. Continue to enhance and maintain positive relationships with all local partners, cooperators, and stakeholders. Protect economic, natural, cultural, and heritage resources. Implement fire suppression repair activities in accordance with approved suppression repair plans. And now our control objectives. For branches 70 and 80, keep the fires north of Old Don Pedro Road, keep the fires west of Jacksonville Road, keep the fires south of Highway 108, keep the fires east of Rock River Road. For branch 20, keep the fires north of Stanislaus River, keep the fires west of Little John Road, keep the fires south of Knowles Road, keep the fires east of Church Springs. For branch 25, keep the fires north of Highway 4, keep the fires west of Highway 4, keep the fire south of Ironstone Vineyards, and keep the fire east of Murphy's Grade. And now situational update with night operations.
Good morning, Dino Sidus Night Operations. In the past 24 hours, the resources out on the line did an outstanding job with 21 fires in this complex. I'm going to bring your attention to branch 20. They had 10 fires. The fire we're talking about right now is 2-3. Uh, Yesterday, they got all the way around it with direct control lines, completed mop up, and getting some good depth and around the black around that fire. The next is going to be fire 2-8. 2-8, they validated that hand line, dozer line around the whole fire and completed into mop up about 300 feet in. So in branch 25, two fires, fire 2.2-7, widen improvement lines throughout the day and two into the night, utilizing technology with IR flights from the UAS. They got out there and identified some more smokes and stuff close to the line and got that stuff mopped up. In branch 50, there was 8 fires, 6-2. They validated and completed hand line and control lines with hose lays and continue to mop up at least 100 feet in around that fire. Going into fire 6-5. 6-5, we have it broken into branch 80 and branch 70. Validated the lines from division Delta Delta to Alpha Alpha, with make sure they had completed line up and down that left flank of the fire, and working with PG&E in that area in the Chinese camp. Looking at branch 80, branch 80 did that same thing with hose lays, validated hose lays, continue to mop up through Mike and Romeo. Yesterday they opened up and we had to work with Highway 49 being open, no factor for our last 24-hour period. Last night around midnight, call for service for the local community of Groveland. We had a commercial structure fire up there. We assisted the local unit with strike team. Strike team 6840 Alpha went into the commercial structure fire and did an excellent job for the local resources. That's my end of my report, and I'll see you guys tonight.
Next, our incident meteorologist will cover today's weather.
Good morning, I'm Mark Leffelbein, the incident meteorologist. Relative humidity recovered pretty well on the western portion of the fire last night, below 1,000 feet, 80 to 90%. Not so well on the eastern portion of the fire. Once you get up above 1,000 feet, up to 2,000 feet, we're looking at RHs about 50 to 60%, so a little bit less there. This afternoon, I do expect the relative humidity to fall to 25 to 30%. That's about what we saw yesterday. As a matter of fact, we'll spend most of the day above 30%. It's not until the peak heating of the day late in the day when we finally get below that 30% mark. We are on a cooling trend. Our high temperatures will still be 85 to 90 degrees. Doesn't sound cool, but it is cooler than the past few days, so we're starting to that downward trend. Winds have been mainly terrain driven. I expect the same again today. Mainly upslope flow developing after 9:30 this morning when those inversions start to break up. 4 to 8 miles per hour upslope. At ridge top, about 1,400, do expect a northwest wind to start to pick up, maybe gusting up to 15 miles per hour. If you're on the far western edge of the fire, below that 1,000-foot mark, that doesn't have as much terrain. You'll see that northwest wind a little more prominent. For tonight, I expect very similar to conditions to what we saw last night. Those relative humidities recovering up to 90% on the western portion of the fire, the eastern portion 60 to 70%, and then those temperatures 50 to 60 degrees. Thank you and have a safe day.
Next is going to be our fire behavior analyst.
Good morning, I'm Ross Dollarhide, Fire Behavior Analyst. So we've fallen into a pretty consistent pattern in regard to the fuels conditions. Even with a little bit of a cooling trend and the overnight humidity recoveries, that hasn't necessarily translated into a perceptible change out on the landscape. So with that come the heat of the day, our probability of ignition in the fine fuels is sitting around 80%, with the brush fuels still reaching that near critical value of approximately 65%. Now that we're several days into the incident, the concern for holdover fires has diminished to a degree, and crews out on the steep portions of line should be really cognizant of rollout with the heavy fuels continuing to smolder and being dislodged on those slopes. The greatest concern for fire growth and fire potential today will be any IAs or new starts, where you could see fire behavior of approximately 200 feet per minute for a rate of spread, flame lengths as great as 14 feet, and the potential for spotting out to a half mile. Conditions will also support single tree and group torching. Thank you.
Next is safety.
Good morning, Ryan Thomas, Team 6 Safety. I'd like for you guys to open up your IAP to the safety message. One thing that has remained consistent on the safety message is driving is right at the top. Okay, for this weekend, populations could double in these areas. We're going to be repopping some of those areas. So what's that mean for us? We're going to see a lot more vehicle traffic, pedestrian traffic, cyclists. For you supervisors, make sure that your operators know exactly where they're going and give them enough time to get there. Reflex time is going to be huge. Slow down these narrow roads. Following the bumper in front of you is not always ideal when you're trying to maintain good driving habits. So make sure we're aware of that. And as always, Team 6's expectation is everybody gets a good briefing and you document that on your 214. Have a good shift and a great day.
And now the incident assignments will be covered by our day operations and our resource unit leader.
Good morning, Mark Thomas, Resource Unit Leader. Operations, Bogan, Matthews. Deputy Ops, Schwab, Frederick, Pereira, Trainee. Night Ops, Monson, Asadas, Trainee. Branch 20, Randolph. Division Bravo, Crawford. Division Foxtrot, Van Bolt. Division Lima, Webb. Hutchinson. Branch 25, Mapes. Division Oscar, Detmer. Stevens, Trainee. Division Quebec, Moreno. Division Tango, McGowan. Branch 50, Schwetman. Division Victor, Rice. Division Zulu, Cates. Allison. Branch 70, Harrison. Division Alpha Alpha, Bennett. Ruano, Trainee. Division Delta Delta, Barry. Starrett, Trainee. Branch 80, Pack. Division Mike Mike, Eskandel. Manji. Division Romeo Romeo, Dietz. Scrainer. Fire Suppression Repair Branch, Valles. Peterson, Trainee. Fire Suppression Repair Group, Colomer. Lopez, Trainee.
Good morning, everyone. Chris Matthews, Operations. Another good day on the incident yesterday. Folks did a lot of good work to secure all the fires that are still a priority for the team. We're going to start off in Branch 20. Majority of the fires in Branch 20 are in patrol status, with the exception of 2-3 and 2-8, which are the priorities for Branch 20. If there's any indirect line that needs to get prod in direct, that needs to be a focus for today. Mopping up any interior smokes. And if those are all looking good and sufficient, we need to start thinking about backhaul, get trash, hose, and all those things out of there. Moving into Branch 25, fire 2-7. The top end of that, they found some line yesterday that wasn't put in direct. They got that in direct. Today we need to ensure that it stays secure, and we're patrolling those areas, mopping up, and doing what we need to do. If we need to backhaul anything, let's get that started. Moving into Branch 50, 8 total fires. Priority for that is 6-2. A lot of interior heat, a lot of heavies. If possible, get in, get those mopped up, and get rid of all the nuisance smokes. The priority for the incident will be Branch 70 and 80, fire 6-5. Let's get all remaining smokes and make sure we've done a good job to make a safe place for the people of Chinese Camp to get back into their homes. Additionally, today and moving over the next couple of days, we're going to start doing some repopulation. So, folks, I want you to get out there and support the local community. If they need help, they need assistance, they need us, we need to be there for them. With that, end of report, and have a good shift.
And now air operations.
Good morning, Tom Swanson, Air Operations. For aircraft today, they'll all be working out at Columbia Airport. We have Air Attack and 2 air tankers. We have Columbia Helibase staffed with 4 Type 1 helicopters, 1 Type 2, 1 Type 3, Out of the four, one of them is Columbia Helitack, available for day hoist air rescue and also available for initial attack in the area. We have the Type 3 available for Helco coverage as needed and also available for recon. We have two UAS modules, both of them be working throughout the day and into this evening, doing IR mapping of the fires in need. Additionally, we have I think that's it. Thanks.
Now our medical unit leader will cover tomorrow's medical plan.
Good morning, Brian Simpson, medical unit for Team 6. If you turn to page 25, you'll find the 206 and what's going on in reference to where our ambulances are at. We have a total of 6 ALS ambulances, one of them being a 4-wheel drive, and we have 2 sets of line medics that are out there today. We have MERT in here for CDCR out in the back, and we have CalMet out in the front for any of your medical supplies or injuries. If you do have an injury, you do need to bring your supervisor. Also, last couple days, we've been handing out IWI cards. Please don't just take these and throw them on the dashboard or throw them away or use them for something else. Put them in your helmet, put them in your Nomex, put them somewhere where you need it. So when you do have an emergency, you can pull it right out and give us the information that we need. Thank you guys and have a good day. Good stuff.
Now communications.
Good morning, Ryan Clausen, Communications. If you could, please turn to page 26 for the 205. No change on the comms plan for today. We are remaining on CDF Command 12. For tactical assignments, Division Quebec Romeo, CDF TAC 30. Division Mike Oscar, CDF TAC 31. Division Tango, CDF TAC 39. Division Alpha Alpha, NIFC TAC 1. Division Delta Delta, NIFC TAC 2. Division Mike Mike, NIFC TAC 3. Division Romeo Romeo, Division NIFC TAC 4. Branch 20, NIFC TAC 5. Branch 50, NIFC TAC 6. And for fire suppression repair, you will be on the assigned frequency for the division you are working in. Air to ground, CDF Air to ground 7 and Air to ground TAC. If you're new to the incident, come into communications and get your radio cloned. Thank you.
And now logistics.
Good morning, Justin Finley, Logistics. You guys are doing a great job following the one-way traffic plan we have here in camp. Let's just make sure we're keeping the speeds down. We have supply open and running over to my left in the ag barns. Make sure you guys go over there, get everything you need refilled. And let's make sure we get all repairs into ground support early. If you guys have any known repairs or services upcoming, make sure you're getting that information over to ground support. Thank you. Have a good shift.
Next is liaison.
Morning, Brenton Brown, liaison. As a reminder, the cooperators meeting will be held up in the Frogataria at 10 o'clock this morning. All agency representatives and cooperators are encouraged to attend, introduce themselves, and ask any questions they have. Switching gears, our peer support team is on site, so if you have any needs, please come visit them on Trailer Row. With that, look out for one another and have a great day.
Our public information officer.
Good morning, Nick Prang, Information. Page 29 of your IAP has some blank spaces. If you want to grab a pen, we can fill them in. The current acreage remained the same overnight at 13,966. Total personnel on the fire is at 2,094, and containment has grown to 42%. Below that, there's some reminders about the media law and the CAL FIRE social media policy. The PIO trailer is at the far end of the parking lot here, number 21 on your map on the next page. We have a lost and found there, so if you have either lost or found something, please see us over there. We're also the mailing address at the bottom here. We receive all the mail for the camp, so if you need to get something out here, that information is at the bottom. We're hearing great things about how you're interacting with the public and our media partners. We want to encourage you to continue that, and if there are media requests in the field, the phone number at the top of the media line will get to us, and we will do everything we can to accommodate that. Thank you. Have a good shift.
Next, closing comments with one of our unified incident commanders.
Good morning, everybody. David Sherrick, one of the Unified Incident Commanders. So, tons of great work that's taken place, but there's still work to be done out there. As you heard from our IMET, great weather today to get that work done. As you move forward and you're out with that public and interacting, please, you look at those management objectives and we talk about relationships. Please work with that public, provide any information, answer questions, have a quick conversation, provide any information that you can, but customer service is key. One thing that came up today was that IWI card. So please take that opportunity, spend 10 minutes with your crew and turn that into muscle memory. So if there is an incident, you don't have to look at that card and you can go through that. With that, I appreciate all the work that's out there. Go ahead and have a safe shift and have a good day. Thank you.
And just a couple reminders, branch division breakouts are located along the fence line and out in front. Unassigned resources meet to the left of the stage over here. Cooperators meeting today at 10 o'clock. Planning meeting at 1800 hours. And next operational briefing is tomorrow at 0700. Thank you. Have a safe shift.